The Small Business Administration released a bunch of data about the businesses that received PPP money and EIDL loans through the coronavirus stimulus that was done some months ago. And immediately a very troubling pattern was revealed in which Donald Trump's own businesses and his son-in-law Jared Kushner's own businesses benefited hugely from these funds. Listen to some of what we've learned. 25 PPP loans worth more than $3.6 million were given to businesses with addresses at Trump and Kushner real estate properties, paying rent to Trump and Kushner. So that's indirect. Trump and Kushner benefited from rent money that was obtained by their tenants from PPP. That's number one. Number two, 15 of those properties self-reported that they only kept one job, 0 jobs, or simply didn't report jobs retained thanks to that money. Loans to Trump and Kushner properties include a $2 million loan to the Triumph Restaurant Corporation located inside Trump Hotel and Tower in New York City. They reported that the money did not go to keeping any jobs, and then they closed down. I'll take the money, then I'll close, and I'll keep the money. A company called LB City Incorporated, which is located at Kushner's Bungalow Hotel in Jersey, received a loan for $500,000 and used that to keep some jobs. 2 tenants at 725 Fifth Avenue, which is Trump Tower, received more than $100,000 and kept only 3 jobs total. 4 tenants at the Kushner-owned, the infamous 666 Fifth Avenue in Manhattan, received more than $200,000 and kept only 6 jobs. And this entire thing has ended up being a major cash grab for Trump and Kushner, directly and indirectly. Over 100 loans, we also learned, were made to companies where no business name was listed. In the field where you're supposed to put in your business name to get the money, they either put in nothing, or like it listed a phone number or a date. Like that could be a clerical error, but it also might not be. I go and ask for a loan and they say, what's the business name? Oh, the business name is June 17th. Oh, sure. Here, have some money. So first of all, none of this should come as a shock. Obviously, Trump and his family were going to take advantage of this money in any way that they could. But meanwhile, remember that we're supposed to believe we can't afford health care. We can't afford to make sure nobody goes hungry. We can't afford to forgive student loan debt. We can't even afford a $15 an hour minimum wage. We can't do mortgage and rent relief during coronavirus. But look at all of this money that is just flying around, much of which should not be. Remember that right after the stimulus was approved, Donald Trump removed the person in charge of oversight of stimulus funds. So it was obvious that they were going to do this from day one. Trump and Kushner grifted the hell out of the coronavirus stimulus money, but we're supposed to believe Joe Biden is the socialist. And that's where, when you come around, the truth really doesn't matter when you have nearly half the country so radicalized by ideas like trust Fox News and Joe Biden is a socialist and Trump will fix all of your problems, that it doesn't matter what the facts on the ground are. And understand the contrast here, for example. Listen, I've told this story before. I'll tell it again. My lawyer and accountant contacted me when the stimulus stuff was announced and said, you can get money. You can get money and you won't have to pay it back. Like you could just take money. And at the time, maybe I did the wrong. Maybe I'm the naive one. But at the time I said, listen, we've lost some ad revenue, but I've gone to the audience and I've said, listen, we need your support. I get that a lot of people are in tough financial situations, but get a membership, pay $5 a month if you can afford it. And enough people did, where I said to our lawyer and accountant, let's not do it. It just doesn't feel right. Like, I don't feel like we're really struggling in the way that some of these small businesses that are physical businesses rather than virtual businesses, they're struggling really badly. It feels as though any dollar I take might be a dollar I'm taking away from somebody else. And meanwhile, you have companies like the ones that Trump and Kushner run and rent to, taking money, closing in some cases and not having to pay the money back. And listen, maybe I should have taken it, right? I mean, I've spoken on live streams about how in the last month, we've had hundreds and hundreds of people have to cancel memberships because they've lost jobs or didn't get jobs back or had hours cut because of what's going on. Maybe I should have taken the money, but then that would make me as bad as them, wouldn't it? So it's a really, there's a lot of ambiguity, but it certainly didn't feel like this money was intended for me. It sure as hell should not have been intended for billionaires who can float their businesses on their own, but are choosing not to. Disgusting stuff. And I can only imagine how much more we're going to learn about this in the next few weeks as we continue to comb through the data. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back after this. Much more to discuss on this very important day, the UK approving a coronavirus vaccine for emergency use.